Hello there. I hope this past week was kind to you and brought you little pockets of energy that you can use for making some beautiful art with me today.
Our palette for today is white, orange, phthalo blue, ultramarine blue and ivory black. We'll start our sketch using some diluted ivory black, and we're going to start with a simple zigzag pattern from one side of the page to the other. We're working on some toned paper today, and if you'd like to know how to tone some paper, there are instructions in the description box below. We're just going to extend a few of those lines to make the shape of the wings and add a little cylinder shape in the middle for his body. We're going to mix together some phthalo blue and some white for the sky color, and we'll block that in around the shape of our bird. I'm going to add a little white to the top left hand corner just to indicate the impression of some clouds in the sky. And in the bottom right hand corner I'm going to add that ultramarine blue, and this will give our sky a little depth. We're going to block in our bird with a nice mid-tone grey that we'll mix together using our white and black. Just a little bit of black would be enough. I'm also going to leave a little gap at the bottom of the wings and in the tail to allow for the white areas that we'll paint in later. We're going to take a little ivory black now and define some of the feathers on the end of his wings and the bird's legs. Now while that black is still on the brush, add it to the middle grey that we mixed for the bird to make a darker grey, and we'll use that just to define the shape of his wings and the body. We're going to take some titanium white now, and we're going to block in the bottom of his feathers, his tail feathers, and the top of his head. We're going to take some of that darker grey now and add some details to the feathers. I'm just using simple downward strokes with a flat brush to do this. Now the bird would be flying above water, so we're going to add a little touch of blue to his body, just to show the reflection of the blue water in his white feathers. We're going to add our highlights now using pure titanium white, and I've actually applied it quite thickly in these areas because we want it to look very white against the blue sky. It's time for some finishing touches. We're just going to re-establish the black in the ends of his feathers, and we're going to give him a little bit of a line for his beak and a dot for his eye. We're also going to go around the body with our blue paint, filling in any gaps in between the feathers. This is why this project took an extra 5 minutes, because it's a little bit fiddly going around the feathers. But I think you'll agree that it's worth it in the end. Now we're going to fluff out his feathers a little to finish him off. We'll use a clean dry brush just to soften any harsh lines that we may see in our painting. And then we'll add a tiny dot of orange for his beak. I'm also going to soften parts of the sky. I actually don't mind that some of the brown undertone is showing through the painting because this is just a sketch. But if you prefer, you can make yours a little bit more solid looking. I'm going to take a tiny little brush now and just add a little bit of a highlight onto one side of his body. This will just bring him forward a little bit in the painting. Now we're going to add in a little eye using a little dot of black. And then one final fluff of the feathers and we'll be done. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial and for following along. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.